Hello students, and welcome to the CDX Instructional video. I'm your instructor Noel Howard, and in this video you're going to learn how to register your codes and to navigate through the CDX system. Alright, let's get started. In your search bar, you're going to type in cdxlearning.com. That will bring you to the page where you click on the CDX Learning Systems, which will take you to this page you see here. On this page, where the yellow arrow is pointing, you're going to click on to log on or log in so we can get you started. Once you have clicked onto the log in tab, this screen will appear. Now, don't worry about trying to log into an account because you don't have an account yet. So where the red arrow is pointing here, it says do not have an account. We're going to click there so we can make an account. Next, you're going to click on agree to the terms and conditions. Now inside your CDX pamphlet, there is going to be a silver, like scratch off little line on it. You need to scratch that off, and it's kind of like a scratch off ticket. Once you scratch that off, there'll be a code inside there, which is an access code. You should have 3 different ones for the 3 different books. We are going to enter the access code here where the red arrow is pointing. And after you put that code in, then go ahead and hit redeem the code where the green arrow is pointing so we can actually enter in your information. Once you get into the next screen, which I do not have a slide for, it's going to ask you some personal information like, what name do you want on the account? What email do you want to use for the account, and what your password is. Now, I highly recommend writing your login, which is probably your email address, and your password down, or make it something easy to remember, because it's something I can't just look up for you. You have to actually call in to CDX and have them reset it. So just to make things go smoothly, make sure you write those down. Now, after you've entered in all your information and redeemed all your access codes, then we can go back to the main screen here, back to the login screen. But now, since you have an account established, we're going to put in your login, your password, and we're going to click on login where the red arrow is pointing. That way we can enter the system. All right, as you can see, there's a lot going on this screen here. This shows all 3 of your books. If you see the yellow arrow there on the left, it's pointing at the engine book, and you see where it says CDX Preferred Engines, and it shows the different sections that I have available right there. Then we have CDX Systems book, and then we have the CDX Mobile Heavy Equipment book. The heavy equipment book is the green arrow, and the systems book is the gray arrow. Now the arrows on the left are just showing you where I have to give you access codes or course ID codes that will link you to my program to where that only I can see your test scores, see how much time you spend in the books, and to be able to log in and help you through this when needed. After you have selected the chapter and the section that you're wanting to study or read, then we need to click the launch button where the red arrow is pointing. Once your section of the book that you have selected opens, then you'll see the chapters that's in that section. All you have to do here is click on the chapter of your choice to open up its content. Once inside the chapter, you can see where the chapter is broken down into sections. Like this is chapter 3. You see it says 3-1, 3-2. There where the red arrow is pointing, and that will take you to the different sections. You also see toward the bottom you have task sheets. Those will actually help you to see if you can do the task of what you've just read. Now inside each chapter, you're going to have videos and animations to help you understand what you've just read a little bit better because some of us are more visual, some of us are more hands-on, and some of us just read it and figure it out. So here we kind of got the best of both worlds. We can read it, and then we can also watch a video to see exactly what we just read in video form. And then also on the right, where the red arrow's pointing, you can see that we have animations. So we can actually go in and we can change things, we can work things, and we can actually make it do what we want it to do to see what happens when we do that. Now the difference in those, every time you see them, you see if you look at them, there's not much difference. But if you look at the yellow arrow where it's pointing there, it looks like a video camera. If you look at the red arrow where it's pointing, it's got like a finger waving around. Well, the video camera, of course, is a video. And the finger waving around is the animation, because you're going to be taking, your finger on your mouse or whatever and selecting the different animations you want this thing to do. Now, the one thing I like about this program is, if you see the up top where it says electronic tutor, and that's what I like to call it, electronic tutor, because if you see where the gray arrows are pointing, it says resources, flashcards, and media gallery. You can go in and look at, on the resources, they'll actually have PowerPoint presentations and lecture outlines and a bullet point note taker of all the important things of that chapter that you should have learned or took notes on. The flashcards, we all in kindergarten learned by flashcards. The A is an apple and the B is a bear, and these will actually flash questions up of the stuff that you read through the chapter, and you can type in your answer, and it will tell you what the correct answer is and what answer you put. So if they match, good job. If they don't, then you can actually go back and find out where that is in the chapter, so you can make sure you remember that for the next time. And there is hundreds of flashcards in there. It gives you 30 to 40 at a time, but you just hit reset, and it'll reset and give you some more. And the media gallery is your, your pictures and just different, like the glossary and stuff like that in there, and an ebook. So that's a good thing about this program is that ebook, because it's an automated book. You can actually download this to your phone or tablet, wherever you want to download it to, without internet. If you don't have internet, it's downloaded to your phone. You can actually still listen to the book. It'll actually read you the book. So if you don't have your book with you, or out in the tree stand, hunting, you can actually put an earbud in to sit back and listen to your book while you're sitting there. So a lot of good resources there where those yellow, where the gray arrows are pointing. The red arrows pointing, that's just your end of the chapter test. Whenever I say take the end of the chapter test, that's where you're going to find it right there. And we'll go over that in class a little more, but that is where you're going to find your end of the chapter test. I hope this video was very helpful to you on getting your access codes registered and just to navigating through the CDX program and just to get to know it a little bit. If you need me for any reason, here is my contact information, my email and phone number. Contact me with any questions, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Look forward to seeing you in class.